Morning YouTube. As you can see, it's a little cold this morning. It's about 20 to 25 degrees depending on if you're in the shade and then there's a bit of a wind chill. So my plan this morning, I haven't touched some of my tractors for a few weeks. About a week or two ago I tried to get the 5665 running, but there's no spark. Wiring is fine on it. I rewired it a while ago. You can probably look at my history and playlist and see that I rewired that entire thing, so I'm not worried about the wiring. There's no spark, so what I'm going to do is clean the points and try to fire it up. And if I get it fired up, the plan is to sweep the driveway, which basically has a ton of. We have a crabapple tree that's next to the driveway, and it just makes the driveway an absolute mess. So the plan is get it running and then hopefully attach it to the sweeper and then get the driveway done. So let's get to it.
It's definitely slows things down when your hands are cold. Everything's frozen, but we'll see. I haven't run this tractor in quite some time. I think the last time there was a clog in it, and I thought something was happening where I thought the gas tank was like really dirty. So I took the gas tank off recently, and it actually seems fine. So the plan is to clean the points. There's already gas in it. The tank is fine. So we'll have to see. Can't get that screwdriver in. So close. Alright, I think it might be okay. Sorry about that. Alright, so screw just fell. There it is. And of course I gotta take my gloves off to find it. Alright, so that is just gonna peel that down. Alright, so I got I usually use like 600 grit sandpaper. So let's just see. I apologize if you guys can't really see, but it's tight. Oop. Get something off. I don't know if it's actually partially open. Let me see if it's fully closing, because right now it looks like it's open a little bit. Let me see if I can get it to close. Maybe it's loose or something. That's not moving. Why are we not moving? All right. For some reason it doesn't look like it's moving. So let me me take the spark plug out, and it'll be easier for me to rotate the engine that way. So I'll be back in a minute. All right, so I cleaned them up, re-gapped it to 20. Seems should be clean enough now. I ran the piece through it a few times. Let me see if I can open it up a little bit more so you guys can see. Yeah, that looks, I think, clean enough. It's tough to see with all the junk in the way. Sorry about that. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I'll probably maybe blow it off with a little bit of air or something, but let's get it back together. All right, so I got the points were cleaned and gapped. I cleaned the spark plug to just because when I had to cycle it over, just it made it easier without having to plug in. So that was cleaned. I did notice that when I pulled off the spark plug wire, it didn't seem like it was actually on the spark plug. So maybe it was just, maybe that was the issue, that it wasn't connecting to it. Because like I showed you, the you know, the points weren't that dirty. So, and you know, the inside of that looks pretty good. So I have a decent gasket on that. Those of you guys who you know, run Kohlers all the time, just replace that gasket, get a good gasket in there, and it makes a world of difference. Because I used to always have to, when I first got this, I was constantly cleaning the points, and as soon as I put in a new gasket in that that cover in there or whatever, it seemed to be solid for a long time. So all right, let's try to see if we can fire this up. Well, it looks like I forgot to shut the petcock on the gas tank. Hopefully that didn't result in any issues. I'm going to check the oil real quick, make sure nothing drained in. Nah, it looks good. All right, let's try firing this up. Okay. Well, either there is a wiring issue or the battery's dead, so let me see if I can find my jump pack. Let's test out this battery. Let's see if it's dead or if it's. So I cleaned up the terminals. Let's try it out. All right, so it's testing it out with this King Bolin battery tester. So you gotta pick flash and 12. You say okay. Just tells you a range. I can increase this. This is a CCA of 600. So let's see what this one is. So let's see what it says. Sorry for the weird glare. I think it's because it's an LED. Let's test it. So it's going to test the cold cranking amps. That's good. That's good. Good. Milliohms and 13.3 volts. So, all right. So the battery should be good enough to at least click it. Maybe hopefully just the connection. Hopefully these just battery terminals are a little, as you can see that one's a little dirty and that one's so dirty. So let me clean some stuff up. Hopefully this is not, shouldn't be a wiring issue because all the wiring is new from maybe 2 years ago. So, and this one has always stayed undercover, so we'll see. Let me clean up those battery terminals and we'll try it. All right, take two. I cleaned up the battery connections were pretty just, you know, corroded, or not really corroded, but just dirty. So let's try it again. Take two. Give it some cheater. See if it maybe just needs the suction.
So got it running, so it was just a battery connection, and it's got spark. So plan is now I got to get the 18G out and get that out of the way. I might have to move the 8123 to get the 18G out. So yeah, that brush is tucked away in the back, so might be a little bit. So let me do some musical tractors here, and I'll be back. All right, so I got it on. Of course, that was a chore. When you do it by yourself, you do it by yourself and you're on gravel. It's definitely not a fun experience. I kept trying to jam it in, wondering why it wasn't, and it was the W joint that kept getting in the way, and the fact that it was gravel. So I just have to raise the kickstand. I don't have a I can adjust it left to right, but I have to kind of do it manually. I don't have a remote puller to make it switch, tilt one way or the other. So let me take this up, and then we'll go up front. and crashing it and almost stalling out at the end. So there's definitely, yeah, it's starting to like, I don't know if you heard this, it's doing a pop. So something's clogging up the carb. I don't know, I'll have to get into it, but it definitely seems like it's starting to do what I thought it was gonna. I thought the original issue why I parked it. It does that rumbling, and then I just can't keep it clean. The way I was keeping it clean last time was just taking out the main jet, spraying some carb clean in it, and then it would run and then get dirty again. So might be time. I think that's a new filter, but I should start writing the dates on it. But anyways, it went well, and this time I was smarter, and I put the brush up on blocks here. It'll basically keep the brush from getting flat on one side, which I could tell there was definitely a flat in it. As you can see even over on that side right over there, there's a bit of a flat section. So hopefully I don't knock it off and it just stays there. But it ran well. Like I said, last time I ran this was with the C10, and it ran good then. I don't have a big driveway and I don't have tons of use for it, so I like using it once in a while. I'm sure at some point I'll just sell it, just because it takes up a ton of room, which I would rather store stuff that I use more often, or more tractors. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I just got to my two riders started up well, and I'll just have to park those back. But hopefully at some point we'll get some snow to be able to use the C10A and the 8123. So, but thanks for watching, and we will see you guys soon.